Misunderstanding mental illness is having a daughter who you've known for 22 years, but because she hasn't had an anxiety attack at home in the last 3 months, because maybe she's taking a few too many of her anxiety meds, you suddenly forget that yelling at her to get her shit together, and you're fine, just get ready, you're gonna make us late, isn't the best way to address your daughter. If you talk to almost anyone who has overcome a mental illness, they'll tell you that they're proud of their past and what they have overcome to be where they are today, because they have undergone a transformation that they could not have done otherwise. A 2012 study conducted by Patrick Corrigan, published in Psychiatric Services, Volume 63, proves that interaction with those who have a mental illness is the best way to reduce the stigmas and the discrimination against these individuals. And by asking you today and others to undergo this transformation, we can create a stronger future for all. Misunderstanding mental illness. I was sitting with my back against the dryer, crying enough tears to fill the washer with salt water because I didn't have the energy to get my ass off the laundry room floor to go to brunch with my aunt, uncle, and cousin who were nothing but toxic company with the way they disregarded my opinions and knowledge. So why would I want to be there anyways? And yet you are still standing there, yelling at me. Like you had forgotten that this used to be every other day for me. Whether it was in bed because I couldn't get up that day, or just living to see the next one. Or New Year's Eve, 2015, when I was so depressed and anxious, I had a 3-hour panic attack, and you had to resort to giving me the dog Xanax to help calm me down because you couldn't conceive another way, and I hadn't started my medication yet. You've forgotten that the best way to help me stand again is to be gentle and to understand. Misunderstanding mental illness is disregarding any significant changes in eating habits. How your friend can get up immediately after eating and grabbing their makeup bag, run to the bathroom, getting back saying, "Oh, sorry, I just had to pee and fix my lips." When they had left their lipstick on the burger, they had just shoved down their throat and wiped the rest off with toilet paper and bile after expertly ejecting the chunks of the burger down the toilet. Or how you suddenly start using smaller plates because it looks like the food is filling more of the flat surface and less sliding down your esophagus. Or how you suddenly stop stockpiling snacks in your knapsack for when you spend 12 hours at school. Because eating disorders are mental illnesses too. Misunderstanding mental illness is not recognizing the symptoms of how we wake up late to work, to school, to therapy every day and attribute it to having stayed up way too late when we don't recognize that we are getting 8+ hours of sleep that night and then napping midday. And it's not just us who misunderstand or recognize our symptoms. Our parents and teachers disregard our symptoms as well, attributing our tardiness to laziness or a lack of caring, and acting like the fresh scars on our arms don't exist because ignorance is easier than addressing a touchy subject with subjects you consider too young to be going through this shit. Misunderstanding mental illness is when they don't understand why you have to forfeit your debate round because of a panic attack that turned into a full-on mental breakdown. And 30 seconds into preparing for your next debate, prepping didn't matter anymore. All you wanted was for your anxiety to go away, whatever it took. And I was fully focused on nothing but trying not to take my entire bottle of anxiety meds, to the point where I had to pull my fingers from my skin before they were tearing into it. Rebuking myself for not self-harming, trying not to find anything in the room to hurt myself with, regretting leaving my lighter in my other purse because, damn, it'd feel good to hold my hand over an open flame right now. But no, I can't hurt myself. Not again. It's been too long. And then I'm back to rebuking myself not to take the entire bottle of pills because I worked too hard for this, and the anxiety just needs to go away. And it didn't matter. I pulled the trigger, only accelerated the bullet that continues to circle my head until my mouth has opened wide enough for it to enter and blast my brain to bits so that my anxiety will finally go away. Misunderstanding mental illness is thinking that everyone's anxiety is the same, thinking everyone's depression is the same, thinking everyone's story is the same. Understanding mental illness is knowing that what helped your friend with their depression will not necessarily help me with mine. Understanding mental illness is not getting mad at your daughter when she can't get dressed, because getting ready to go out is too overwhelming. Understanding mental illness is not caring about being dragged from your college dorm room bunk at 4 in the morning when you have class at 8 to sprint to the top of the parking garage through snowflakes because your friend is drunk and doesn't want to do anything. Thank you.